Hey everyone, welcome back. We're
Yeah.
diving deep today into something pretty powerful, I think. Unlocking your potential. And the really cool part is we're focusing on starting like right now, not waiting around.
Definitely. And the interesting thing is we've got these 5 different audio pieces all about personal growth, motivation, that sort of thing. And just from listening, I'm already seeing some pretty big ideas.
It's true. It's like just from the titles alone, you get a sense of the direction we're going in. So we've got who are you becoming right now and who are you becoming tomorrow? And even before we get into the specific, I feel like there's this underlying message about how much power we actually have, even in our everyday choices.
Absolutely. And it really makes you think. Because it's not just about those huge life-altering decisions, you
Yeah.
know? It's like every little thing we do, each habit, even just how we react to things, it all builds up, you know? It's like
Yeah.
constructing something brick by brick.
It's true. So while we're talking about this and you're listening, I really want you to ask yourself, like, think about it. Are the choices you're making today, are they really moving you towards the future you want, that future you dream about? Because if not, maybe it's time for a little shift in direction.
Yeah, totally. And, one thing that really stood out to me from this first couple of pieces was this idea of conscious creation. It's like we're not just passengers on this journey, we're the ones behind the wheel making the decisions, choosing the route.
Yeah, I like that analogy. It's like we're
Hmm.
building a house, and each decision, each action, it's like laying another brick. And over time, it starts to take shape. It's not just about waking up one day and suddenly being transformed. It's about those consistent efforts day after day.
Exactly. And speaking of building, another piece we have is called Who's Remarkable. And this one really focuses on something so important, that's owning your strengths, celebrating what makes you, you.
I love that one too.
Mhm.
It's so easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, right?
Right.
But this piece is all about recognizing what makes you uniquely awesome and then using that to, make your mark on the world.
Totally. And one thing this piece emphasized was how important belief is. Not just believing in yourself in some vague sense, but really understanding your talents and how you can apply them. There's even this suggestion to try a little visualization exercise. Picture yourself achieving a goal that's related to one of your strengths, and they argue that this can actually help your brain prepare for action in the real world.
That's pretty interesting. I've heard about visualization before, but never in that specific context. So we're not just talking about like self-esteem or whatever, but actually actionable steps,
Sure, like that.
But I got to be honest, sometimes when I think about my big goals, those really big dreams, I can't help but feel a little scared.
Oh, I think everyone can relate to that. It's totally normal to feel a little fear when you're stepping outside your comfort zone, right? Like, that's human nature.
Right. And actually, that's what the next piece, why do we fear our own dreams, really got me thinking about. Because, like, why do we do that to ourselves? We have these incredible aspirations, these desires that could lead to amazing things, but then fear steps in and we hesitate, or worse, we give up.
It's almost like fear has this power to, like, paralyze us sometimes.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is this piece actually reframes fear in a really cool way. They suggest that fear, especially when it's related to your dreams, it's often a sign that you're on the right track. Like, it means that what you're pursuing really matters to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. That's like, if something didn't matter that much, we wouldn't be so worried about messing it up, right?
Right. It's like imagine an athlete right before a big competition. They're nervous, there's pressure, and all of that just shows how much it means to them. It's not about being fearless, it's about recognizing that fear is often just a signpost pointing you towards something incredible.
I love that. So we've talked about making choices, believing in ourselves and facing our fears, but then there's this whole other piece of the puzzle,
Mhm.
and that's taking action, actually doing the things. And that's where, why do we wait for tomorrow? Really hit me hard.
Yeah, that one's a powerful one. It really highlights how easy it is to fall into the trap of procrastination. Putting things off, thinking, I'll do it tomorrow, or I need to wait for the perfect time. But the reality is, there's no guarantee of tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's so true. And I'm totally guilty of that too. But what if we approach things with a sense of urgency? What if we asked ourselves, what can I start today, even if it's just a small step that would move me closer to my goals?
Exactly. Because even small steps, those little actions, they add up over time. It's like that saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You don't have to do everything at once. It's about consistency, about making progress bit by bit.
So if we're tying all this together, it seems like the big takeaway here is we have this amazing power to shape our future, but it all comes down to the choices we make and the actions we take right now, in this moment. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today.
Absolutely. And don't let that potential you have, those incredible gifts and talents, don't let them just sit there dormant. Take a step, even a small one, and see where it leads you. The journey starts now.